In this video, I'm talking about the Signia Styletto Connect, coming up. Hi guys, Cliff Olson, Doctor of Audiology and founder of Applied Hearing Solutions in Anthem, Arizona. And on this channel, I cover a bunch of hearing-related information to help make you a better informed consumer. So if you're into that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to click the bell to receive a notification every time I post a new video. About 6 months ago, I made a video about the original Signia Styletto hearing aids, which in my opinion were the first hearing aids that were worthy of being called a fashion hearing aid. Now, if you'd like to see that video, I will go ahead and link it in the description. The Signia Nx line of devices are really well known for having a lot of amazing features, but by not having the made-for-iPhone technology inside of the Styletto hearing aids, it immediately took those hearing aids out of consideration for a lot of new hearing aid users. But now, with the new Styletto Connect hearing aids, they got that feature back. With the ability to now directly stream from an iPhone into your hearing aids, you no longer have to sacrifice function for style. So if you want to stream phone calls right into your hearing aids, you can do that. If you want to stream podcasts or YouTube video audio directly into your hearing aids, you can do that. If you want to make remote control adjustments like volume or program adjustments, you can do that. But before we get into all of the features of the Styletto Connect hearing aids, let's go ahead and check out the different colors. Here I have in my hands the different colors of the Styletto Connect hearing aids. You have the black with the silver faceplate, you have the white with the rose gold faceplate, and you have the navy with the rose gold faceplate. Now let me show you what they actually look like behind my ears. I will go ahead and start with the black with silver faceplate. Okay, black with silver faceplates. This is what they look like on my ears. I will give you a little bit of perspective. There you go, doing a little bit of modeling for the camera here. So that is the black with the silver faceplate. Not really sure how well you can see them, but if you can see them, they're super stylish. All right, let's do the navy with the rose gold faceplate. All right, there we go. We've got those in. That's what it looks like from the front, from the side, behind my ear there, and from a little bit of a distance. There you go. Now let's go ahead and do the white with rose gold. I would say of all three color options, these are the ones that are probably skewed a little bit more female, I would say, but still have a really cool look nonetheless. Actually, my mother and father are visiting in town this week, and when I showed her the hearing aid, she said, "Ooh, those are the ones that I would like." And she was talking about the white and rose gold. So that's what it looks like from the side, from behind there, and then a little bit from a distance. There we go. And my mom's a very fashionable lady, so if she thinks that these look cool, they look cool. Connectivity and style aside, the Styletto Connect hearing aids are loaded with a bunch of other cool features, and that first feature is rechargeability. They actually come with a really sleek charger case, one that's smaller than the original one that they had with the original devices. That is about the size of it. I think it's about the size or close to the size of a pack of floss. So I actually went and grabbed a pack of floss so you could see the side-by-side comparison of those two. And the devices inside of there kind of sit really snugly. There's not a whole lot of extra space in there. If you had ear molds, it might be a little bit of a tight squeeze in there, but in general, really sleek design that they've done with this. A 3-hour charge will get you about 19 hours of battery life with this. Own voice processing is another unique feature inside of the Nx line of devices, and that feature is available inside of the Styletto Connect. There are a lot of individuals out there who don't like the sound of their own voice while they're wearing hearing aids. Some of this is caused by the occlusion effect, which is essentially the sound of your own voice when you have something plugging your ear canals. You typically get it more when you're wearing a closed dome or ear mold that is occluding your ear canal or blocking off your ear canal. But there are other individuals who experience some kind of adverse reaction to the sound of their own voice after it's been amplified by the hearing aids. So what OVP, or own voice processing, does is it actually lowers the amount of amplification that it gives to your voice versus everyone else's voice. That way, when you're talking, the hearing aid actually doesn't have to amplify it quite as loud. The Styletto Connect hearing aids are also telecare ready, which means that you can have adjustments made on your devices when you're in the comfort of your own home, and your hearing care professional sends those changes through your phone to the hearing aids. So there's no need to go in to see your hearing care professional if there's minor little tweaks and adjustments that you need to have done on your hearing aids. And the Signia My Control app on your smartphone will allow you to make volume adjustments to both ears together or separately. It will let you change programs based on which environment you're in. It will let you adjust tinnitus therapy signal if your hearing care provider enables it. And you can adjust the directionality of your microphones, which tells the hearing aids which direction you want to pick sound up from. The app also has a bunch of different settings that lets you choose how you want that phone to interact with your hearing devices. Now, as cool and as connected and as fashionable as these hearing aids are, there are still a few things about them that bug me. And the first one is the battery life. Battery life inside of these is 19 hours, but if you're going to be spending a lot of time streaming from your smartphone into these hearing aids, that is going to drop down the amount of battery life that you get per charge. So you're going to have to take this charger case with you if you're someone who streams a lot into those hearing aids, but you're going to actually have to take time, take those hearing aids out of your ears, put them back into the charger so you can get them charged back up. The second thing that bugs me about these hearing aids is that they have a fixed receiver wire. What I mean by that is the wire that's coming off of this hearing aid cannot be changed in clinic. It is fixed inside of the unit. That means that if you have any issues with the receiver wires on these hearing aids are going to have to go back into the manufacturer to be repaired. It's not something that can be done in your local audiology clinic. So instead of it being a really quick change inside of your local clinic, it is going to end up being a really long change because you have to send this all the way back to the manufacturer, get it back, and get it back on your ears. Number 3 is that it has no push button, and I know that this isn't really that big of a deal. You sacrifice certain things in order to get a certain look of a hearing aid, but you really can't turn these hearing aids off unless you put them inside the charger. And if you happen to get disconnected with an iPhone update that comes across and disconnects the pairing of your hearing aids, you have to get them back into pairing mode, and the only way to get them into pairing mode is to shut them off and turn them back on. And since there's no way to shut them off, you have to put them inside of the charger case and take them back out. And the fourth thing that bugs me about the Styletto Connect hearing aids is that they don't have a telecoil. Now, again, I understand that you have to give up certain features in order to get a certain size and certain look of a hearing aid, but if you're a type of individual who struggles to hear in a public venue, a telecoil would be extremely helpful inside of this hearing aid. That means that if you go into a movie theater and they have an induction loop inside of that theater, if it had a telecoil, you could directly tap into the audio at that particular theater. And so by not having a telecoil inside of these devices, you're not going to be able to experience how great sound can be inside of a public venue. All of these negatives really are a necessity with the Styletto hearing aids, and the reason I say that is you can't be adding all of these different features inside of these devices without dramatically changing the look of them. If you were to add in a bigger lithium battery or a push button or a telecoil inside of these hearing aids, it's going to completely change the look, and that's not what Signia was going for here. And I think that the individuals who are interested in these particular hearing aids, I think they'd be happy with them overall. I mean, they can do a bunch of different things and do them really well. I kind of equate it to women who like to wear stiletto heels. I mean, they know they look phenomenal in them, but they're in general probably pretty uncomfortable. I don't know, I've never worn them myself, but I can imagine that wearing, like a 4-inch stiletto heel would be extremely uncomfortable after wearing it for a full day or an evening or whatever. The intent of these hearing aids is to have them look cool, even if you have to give up some features to do it. Just remember, it does not matter how good your hearing aids are if those hearing aids are not programmed correctly using real ear measurement. Now, if you don't know what real ear measurement is, I highly recommend that you watch my video that I will have linked in the description. So if you're looking for a hearing aid that does a really good job of treating hearing loss and it has connectivity to your smartphone, all while making a fashion statement while wearing them, you may want to check out the Styletto Connect. That's it for this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. If you liked the video, please share it. If you want to see other videos just like this one, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'll see you next time.